Caitlin Clark destroys in day 2 of Team USA camp, looking like the best player in the world as usual. We got to get into the bag work first. Day 2 cook-up. These 17, we're already eliminating Juju and Lauren Betts. They in college, whatever. Cool. This is who should, I'm giving y'all the starting lineup, the bench, all of that. This is who should make this team.
Behind closed doors, with all devices silenced within the Team USA facility, a singular declaration reshaped expectations. The second day would solidify roster placements. An immediate hush descended as Caitlin Clark re-entered the court. What transpired next was never intended for public consumption. Clark offered no verbal acknowledgement of her presence, no greeting, no gesture. She simply took possession of the ball. The initial signal sounded and an immediate discord was palpable. Seasoned players exhibited tardiness. Interchanges were chaotic. The collective timing was absent. Clark recognized this at once. First offensive sequence, she launched from significant range. A deep shot, clean net. No outward display. No emotional response. A profound quiet settled over the space. Sue Bird watched from the periphery. Posture rigid, gaze unwavering. The intensity surged. Clark accelerated the tempo beyond the team's desired or prepared pace. Angel Reese countered, asserting herself with physicality and self-assurance. She sought to assert dominance, but Clark manipulated the flow. A brief pause, a decisive pivot, a perfectly threaded pass through the defensive alignment. Score! A noticeable alteration in atmospheric pressure was evident. Reese demanded the ball once more, her call more insistent. She initiated the subsequent action with a forceful drive, shoulder first.
Angel Reese, the queen of me-bounds, the double-double machine, absolutely slams and embarrasses the Chicago gum on the bottom of the shoe of the league, Sky again. The GOAT. She won. Caitlin Clark should be the starting point guard for Team USA. Duh, the best thing that ever did it. Caitlin Clark starting at.
However, Clark was already positioned, poised stable, with hands elevated. A missed shot triggering a swift counterattack. Clark moved with fluid grace, not haste. A defender challenging her full court proved a miscalculation. A single alteration in speed caused the opponent to falter, allowing Clark to launch from the emblem, scoring effortlessly. Sue Bird emitted a brief chuckle, shaking her head. She's dismantled their composure. She vocalized, and the sidelines fell silent. The veteran players now sensed the systemic disruption. Attempts at scoring became strained, choices hurried, a subtle anxiety emerging. Clark dictated every rhythm, quick, measured, then rapid once more. Each misstep met with consequence. Every moment of uncertainty laid bare. Angel persisted in her struggle, engaging in an internal conflict, muttering to herself, resolve.
Angel Reese makes 2026 Chicago Sky announcement at USA Basketball Camp. Here it says, as it stands now, Angel Reese will be back in blue for the Chicago Sky next season. While speaking to reporters after the first day of USA Basketball training camp Friday, Reese emphatically stated, I'm under contract for next year. I guess I plan on returning to the Sky.
Invariably, the ball gravitated towards Clark, and she consistently capitalized. The head coach then sounded a piercing, conclusive whistle, prompting a collective pause. This is day 2, he stated placidly. Assessments are underway. No one took a seat. They recommenced the drill. Angel received the pass, maneuvering backward. Upon turning, immediate defensive aid arrived too swiftly, as Clark had initiated her rotation preemptively. No infringement, no opening, a failed shot. The coach noted something on his clipboard, his gaze remaining fixed on the subsequent possession. As the clock dwindled, Clark executed a step back. Without a moment's doubt, she scored. At this juncture, the session ceased to be a contest. It evolved into a demarcation. Player assignments altered. Opportunities for possession dwindled. The implicit communication was unmistakable. Sue Bird passed by Clark, a light tap on her shoulder. They were unprepared, she remarked. The ultimate whistle sounded, devoid of addresses or justifications. Only players departing, acutely aware that the dynamic had fundamentally altered. On the second day, Caitlin Clark's presence didn't merely signify a return, it solidified an unavoidable outcome.
Tough shot. Good defense by Caitlin, man, but that was a tough bucket, Ooh, nice deflection. Brianna Jones, man, nasty work in that paint. Strong, come on, man. Too strong out there. Caitlin, as usual, come on, man, knocking it down in somebody's eyes. Why? Angel Reese even coming with a Euro, laying it up, having those lays for lunch. Come on, fam. Jackie Young with the 1-2 step, looking like Sierra. Paige Beckers with the Kareem hook shot.
A palpable undercurrent of unease then permeated the atmosphere. The gymnasium remained populated. No one hurried to depart for the changing rooms. All participants delayed their exit, acknowledging an unspoken gravity present. Assistant coaches convened in hushed discussion. Their clipboards were closed, absent of levity or casual conversation. Clark continued on the court, taking additional shots, her movements consistent, her expression composed, as if the preceding events were unremarkable. Angel Reese occupied the bench, her gaze fixed ahead, arms tightly crossed, breath slow but deliberate. A potent, simmering frustration was discernible, not vocalized but deeply felt. The head coach re-emerged. Foregoing any formal assembly or vocal escalation, his delivery suggested a predetermined outcome. This initiative transcends individual recognition, he articulated. It prioritizes precision, anticipation, and reliability. No one replied. Understanding precisely the target of his remark, they executed a concluding regulated sequence, devoid of ambient noise or motivational music, purely for assessment. Clark orchestrated the offense, dictating plays autonomously. Seasoned players conformed a pivotal shift. She located a cutting player without visual confirmation, repositioned, regained possession, and scored no further response from the bench, as such proficiency was now anticipated. Angel secured one final touch, attempting to force her way through congested play. Defensive support converged, the path vanished, and her shot was denied. The resounding impact resonated more sharply than before. Sue Bird released a gradual breath from the sideline, her earlier amusement absent. Such is the nature of global competition, she murmured. Opportunity is scarce. The exercise concluded. The coach sounded his whistle one last time. Remain where you are.
She thinks she don't think they have a winning culture over there. She don't want to be there at all. Jeff P, she's done with him. I think she's done with Tyler Marsh. She is done with the Chicago Sky. The question is, will they move her? Will they move her? Like, if you're gonna trade Angel Reese, people talk about her missing layups and, oh yeah, whatever. That girl go get you 16 points, 14 rebounds, all that. You gotta get something. You gotta get some quality back if you're gonna move on from Angel Reese. And furthermore, Angel Reese is a ticket seller over there. She sell tickets over there for them. She don't do nothing to the magnitude of Caitlin.
That's enough, he instructed, and players assembled, some evading eye contact, some already cognizant of their position. The coach scanned the assembled group. This gathering concerns those who uplift the collective, he elaborated, not those who demand the sport adapt to them. A stillness permeated the air. Angel offered a solitary nod, her jaw clenched, offering no dissent. Clark remained stationary, her gaze fixed forward. The implication resonated clearly. They were then excused. As participants exited, mobile devices vibrated instantly. A deluge of communications commenced, with conjecture initiating before anyone reached the egress. Sue Bird intercepted Clark near the passage. Maintain that approach, she advised, and they will align. Clark merely acknowledged, devoid of a smile or triumphant expression. This occasion was less about prevailing in a practice session, and more about asserting dominance, demonstrating poise, and integrating seamlessly into a framework that accommodates no individual exception. Within that secured training space, on the second day of the Team USA tryouts, one athlete demonstrated undeniable command, another grasped that her margin for error had evaporated. Though no official declaration or media report had yet emerged, all present understood the final judgment had not been postponed. It had materialized at that precise moment.